Mic check, check one.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
I went to Greenwood Chevrolet because I was really interested in looking at the tracks.
Because I wanted my dream truck.
Because I've been going there for 20 years. I think whenever we go there, whatever car we're looking for, they have tremendous inventory.
If you're looking for people who care about you, Greenwood is a place to go.
You know, it's like family there. The girls know me in service. It's Miss Kim in the Tahoe.
I'm really happy that I went
to Greenwood Chevrolet.
Because they really went
the extra mile for me.
Now we're going the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
Local teams are heating up the hardwoods, and you can keep up with all the action on and off the court with Five Guys Hoop News all season long on 21 Sports.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
High-res Futurecast shows steady snow for the next few hours.
Still just downright cold.
It is bitter out there.
Strong bands of lake effect snow. Wind is kind of the big story today as well.
So if you need a more detailed winter forecast on WFMJ.com and the Storm Tracker 21 app.
Right now is a great time to get more for your trade-in at Tri-State Ford and drive home in a new or pre-owned vehicle. Choose from our great selection of new Ford models or pre-owned vehicles. Plus, get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. At Tri-State Ford, we'll pay you top dollar for your trade, but you don't have to purchase one of ours to sell us yours.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Baird Brothers remains your source for fine hardwood products. For the time being, we're open for customer pickup only on weekdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon. Place your order online at BairdBrothers.com. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
The 4M Company, being an architect and construction manager for over 40 years, has had the opportunity to use many different electrical businesses for our projects. The depth, quality, and knowledge and attention to detail displayed by Dickey Electric makes them stand out above all the rest.
For state-of-the-art expertise and a timeless commitment to our customers, contact Joe Dickey Electric. We are everything electrical.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Right now is a great time to get more for your trade-in at Tri-State Ford and drive home in a new or pre-owned vehicle. Choose from our great selection of new Ford models or pre-owned vehicles. Plus, get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. At Tri-State Ford, we'll pay you top dollar for your trade, but you don't have to purchase one of ours to sell us yours.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in the Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
I went to Greenwood Chevrolet because I was really interested in looking at the tracks.
Because I wanted my dream truck.
Because I've been going there for 20 years. I think whenever we go there, whatever car we're looking for, they have tremendous inventory.
If you're looking for people who care about you, Greenwood is the place to go.
You know, it's like family there. The girls know me in service. It's Miss Kim in the Tahoe.
I'm really happy that I went to
Greenwood Chevrolet.
Because they really went
the extra mile for me.
Now we're going the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
Local teams are heating up the hardwoods, and you can keep up with all the action on and off the court with Five Guys Hoop News all season long on 21 Sports.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
The following is a presentation of YSN, Your Sports Network.
Welcome back in one more time from Boardman High School. We finish out the home stretch of the regular season here tonight as the Boardman Spartans defend home turf for the last time in the regular season against the Canfield Cardinals, a team that has been red hot as of late, winners of 4 straight coming to the last one. Actually, the last time this group lost was against Boardman, but that was when they played back in Canfield on January 19th in a game Boardman dominated and won that game 66-43. Boardman would love to have another night like that, as they have been slipping up as of the few recent games. They lost to Cheney on the 9th, 60-58 in a crusher. It was a heartbreaking game. That one actually went to overtime. Very exciting, but they couldn't pull it out in the end. Then Austintown Fitch, they were able to come away with the win against their rival. But then this past Saturday, they got taken down by Glenna Oak in a dominant performance. They lost that one 61-46, and they had some flat-out bad moments where they just couldn't get anything going. Definitely trying to not repeat that performance here tonight. Boardman actually before that had won 5 straight ball games going back to that Canfield game. Before that, their last loss came all the way on January 17th when they faced on Washington and lost that game in overtime. So 2 of their last 3 losses have been in overtime, but they're looking to rebound here tonight after that Glen Oak defeat that they suffered the last time out this past Saturday. And for Canfield, I mean, they're just trying to keep this hot streak going. They got 4 straight wins, now looking to pick up their 5th. They're 9-8 right now. Obviously, all the seeding has been finalized, and what do we know right now? Boardman, a number 9 seed. They earned themselves the first round bye, and they will take on the winner of Lake versus Hoover on the 27th. That Lake versus Hoover game is actually on the 24th, but that playoff game coming up here shortly should be exciting for Boardman nonetheless, and they're looking to make a deep playoff run this season, much like they were last season. But last season their playoffs didn't end quite as well as they were hoping. Trying to look for a bounce back this season. I'm sending you down now to the PA announcer to get your starting lineup set along with the national anthem. So we'll be right back with the start of this ball game in just a minute.
Tonight's officials include Pete Poyer, Michael Saban, and Zach Tichy. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Number 4, junior, Ryan Petro. Number 10, senior, Nick Pentelicus. Number 12, senior, Chase Howard. Number 21, junior, Jake Curtis. And number 30, junior, Zoe McElroy. And now, starting this evening for York, Boardman Spartans. Number 1, senior, DJ Evans.
Local teams are heating up the hardwoods, and you can keep up with all the action on and off the court with Five Guys Hoop News all season long.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists, located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this thing set here. The final home game of this regular season for the Boardman Spartans, looking to fend off the visiting Canfield Cardinals. This one should be a good matchup. We know Boardman can get hot from three. That's how they won this matchup last time when they were in Canfield. One of my buddies, Richie, was calling that ball game here at YSN as well, and he said, man, watching that game, I've never seen a team get so hot from three to the point where they were just able to completely dominate their opponent, and that's obviously the performance that Boardman's looking to replicate here tonight as we get set for the tip-off. And Boardman's going to win it, so they get to start with the ball. And as we do that, you might notice a few things different here this evening for the Boardman Spartans. Quite a few more fans in the stands this time out as DJ Evans' first shot gets denied from behind. And actually, he hits the deck hard there. Canfield's got some good ball movement, and a three-pointer sinks in for the Cardinals early on. Boardman has a few more fans in the stands this week. They've been kind of letting their attendance sit a little bit low to allow for some player safety, but they've got to the point of the season they let the 7th and 8th grade boys basketball teams come into attendance as Ethan Anderson's shot gets blocked there. Not something you see too often. 7th and 8th grade boys basketball teams were allowed in to watch tonight's game, as well as both of their parents get to attend the ball game, so there's some extra tickets there. And then any senior that wanted to attend tonight's ball game also were allowed tickets in, so might get a little bit more of a raucous crowd here tonight. I'm sure Boardman has been planning all week, hey, let's get this home team and this home crowd involved, and let's get that momentum flowing early here for our home fans. And Canfield, you're doing the opposite. It's like, all right, how do we get that crowd out of it early? We're coming into this stadium. They're going to be a little bit more than we're probably expecting. How do we neutralize that crowd early and often? And so far, 2 back-to-back blocks. Then the big three, they did it, but now that shot won't fall in for Canfield as they come back down the other side, and Boardman gets to set up some offense after getting 2 back-to-back blocks. Spencer Smith drives it in, kicks it back out to the corner to DJ Evans. Now back to the other side to Petro in the low post, trying to get in. Nearly gets that one stripped from behind. Kicks it out to Spencer Smith, who puts up the three. That won't fall. It falls into the hands of Canfield, and now they bring it down to the other end and try and set something up. Defensive battle so far is now another three goes up. That one won't fall. Anderson on the rebound, gives it to Cervello, and now coming back down to the other hand, DePietro almost loses the handle of it. And Boardman having some issues at offense now as DePietro steps out of bounds. That's another turnover caused. 2 minutes down, and turnovers are adding up for Boardman as they still have no points on the board here tonight. Boardman coming out once again this season with that full court press that they've used pretty well throughout most of this year to force a lot of turnovers. And now another three goes up from Canfield. Seems to be their strategy in tonight's matchup, just to go for that three as Ethan Anderson gets that on the inside and puts it up for 2 to get Boardman's first points of the ball game here on that fast break. Boardman's been able to force a lot of steals off of that full court press that they've been running, but it has burned them if teams get the ball down quickly. In moments where the teams have gotten it down past that full court press quick, they just don't have the right personnel back there, and they end up getting burned quite often if the other teams can figure it out. Now DJ Evans looked at it from the corner, now drives it in, had to go past 2 defenders. It was tipped away, knocked out of bounds. Saying last touch by Canfield, so the Spartans get this one more time with 5:02 left in the first quarter. Spencer Smith inbounds it to Anderson, back to Cervello. Cervello goes around the pick, back to Anderson. He puts it up from 3. It bounces around and takes a friendly roll as Boardman hits a 3 and now lead the ball game by 2. Now a blocking foul on DJ Evans as he tried to run up on that Canfield member. That was Ryan Petro. And Petro's going to be the one to inbound it for Canfield. Moving it back and forth, trying to get it across that half-court line, and they will. Back to Petro. Petro one-on-one with Evans. Petro drives, has to pick it up. Kicks it back out to Lowry. Moving it well here early on. Trying to move it over. And they won't get anything going there on offense this time. Now it's Petro bringing it back down to the other end. Hits Cervello. Now Evans on the drive. Evans gets called for the charge, and Boardman turns it over one more time. And right now, offense not flowing well. A lot of turnovers early. I'm sure they're going to have to clean that up as Evans gets called out of the game. Here comes the young Anthony Hightower, who's had a strong second half of the season so far. And is looking to be that spark defensively. He had some great moments in that loss they had just the other week against, now driving it in, Cervello. And DePietro gets it up to Hightower. Hightower puts it up and gets that one to fall in. He had the great performance in that Cheney ball game. Put up quite a few points, but had some great moments defensively in that game. And he was nearly one of the ones to help save them in that late-time performance, but unable to get it done. But he has had some great moments this season. Now pulling it up from the post. Right there, Cardinals answer back with a two-pointer of their own. Hightower bringing it up the floor for the Spartans now. Hightower driving, steps back, kicks it out to Anderson. Anderson pump fakes it, drives it in, kicks it back to DePietro, and now Hightower resets the offense at the top. Gets it over to Cervello. Cervello down into the paint to Anderson. Anderson has to throw it all the way across the court. Hightower on the drive. Hightower gets swatted away. And Canfield running it back down the other side. Driving it, makes some contact, blocking foul on Boardman as the shot goes up. And another foul now on Boardman. That's going to be free throws for Canfield. Chase Lowry heading to the free throw line. First time here tonight for Canfield. With a chance to tie this ball game up at 7 apiece. And that first one will fall in. Now back down to a 1-point ball game. And there's that student section finally making some noise. Refreshing to finally hear them in this season. And it apparently worked because that second free throw for Canfield did not fall in. Anderson down in the paint once more. Tries to go up over two defenders, but great defense there by Canfield to deny that one down in the paint. And now a wild pass gets sent all the way out of bounds. Not going to work that time for Canfield. And 3 minutes now remain in the first quarter. As Boardman gets the ball back once more, both sides having a sloppy start to the game. Neither side really getting anything rolling on offense either. Hightower the one to bring it up the floor for Boardman. Hightower moving it in, kicks it to DePietro. Right side wing, now back to the left side of Ventresco. Luke Ryan pulls it from 3, has the open look, and that one won't fall in. His first shot of the game is not going to fall that time. Now moving it up with some intensity, had the open area in the paint. Now a shot, three-pointer up. That one won't fall for Russo. And now back down the other end, Boardman trying to drive it. Hightower looks at it from 3. It wouldn't have fallen, but a charge called on DePietro. Tried to kick that out to the wing, but ran over the Canfield defender that time. And now another turnover on Boardman. 4 fouls on them as well through the first 6 minutes of action. None so far on the Canfield Cardinals. And those turnovers adding up quickly now for Boardman. They've had quite a few possessions ending in those turnovers already. Some they're going to have to clean up here throughout. And now a 3-on-1. Good closeout there by Luke Ryan. The shot won't fall, and he grabs the rebound. Moving it down quickly. and he loses it out of bounds. Boardman turns that one over. One more time. That was Ben Alvarico trying to move it down the court quickly, unable to get it to fall that time. Losing it out of bounds as well as he would try to go up for it. Great defense that time round by Canfield. Now trying to get a steal back, and Hightower does it. Hightower puts it up and in, and give Hightower 2 more points. He's been a spark defensively a lot of times this season. He's a smaller framed guy, and now a blocking foul once more on Boardman. Hightower, though, smaller guy, but he can jump out of the building, and he uses his reach. And it's not a large one, but he's got the vertical to really jump around the floor, unlike anything you really see here out of this Boardman squad. But his jumping ability has been able to force a lot of turnovers from unexpected opponents, and now another one here potentially. And a foul being called. I think they're going to say on Canfield, and they will. So Canfield turns it back over to Boardman, who was looking like they could have round down the floor with that one. Now 1:42 remaining here in the first quarter. Our score 9-6 on YSN. Hightower bringing it up one more time here tonight. DePietro coming out of the ball game as well. Hightower trying to set up, getting it down to Anderson in the paint. Anderson trying to move his way in, puts a post move on it, gets the shot up, and gets it to fall in for Boardman. Up to 11 points now in the game for the Spartans as they lead by 5. And now the second foul already, 2 added up quickly here in the past minute for Canfield. And that's going to send Ethan Anderson to the line to add 1 more on here tonight. Anderson, a 68% free throw shooter, unable to get that one to fall. Now Canfield trying to move it down with some pace. And a travel call, so now Canfield turns it over, and their last few possessions have ended in a similar fate to the start of the ball game for Boardman. Boardman up by 5, 1:20 on the clock. Hightower with the ball. Early on here today, it's been a defensive battle. Neither side's offense really getting anything going. Anderson trying to get back that work in the post. Drives in, kicks it up, and 2-point fall up and in for Alvarico. Now up to 13 points in this ball game. Canfield's defense unable to respond right now. Boardman coming in too strong, getting some good looks. Spinning down into the lane was Petro, and that one won't fall. But he was fouled on the way up. 6 fouls now in the first quarter for Boardman. And that's free throws coming now for Canfield. First one at the line for Petro falls in. Took a friendly bounce to do so, but it sunk in. 46.9 seconds remain on the clock. Neither side using a timeout here so far in this ball game. And second one will fall as well for Petro. 2 for 2 on the night, and now they trail by just 5 to the Boardman Spartans. Stiliana looking for Luke Ryan down in the paint. Ryan trying to spin around, puts it up, it won't fall. They grab their own rebound. Now Anderson from 3. Anderson sinks it in, and a 16-8 lead now for the Spartans. Moving it up, losing it. Stiliana hit the boards hard that time. Knocked out of bounds. Trying to see who they're last saying it out on. I believe it's Boardman. So it will be Canfield's ball with 14.5 on the clock. Refs trying to decide who that was last out on. The refs are going to give it to Canfield. Well, Canfield's ball still here. 18.5 on the clock, so they added 4 seconds. Now Canfield trying to move it in. Going one-on-one with Stiliana, kicks it back out. Nearly stripped out from behind by Hightower, but they're going to say last touch by Hightower on that strip, so it's still Canfield's ball. Now down to 9.8 seconds on the clock. They get it in bounds. 7 seconds now, driving it in, stripped out from behind by Hightower, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to Boardman this time with 4.1 seconds on the clock. The great defensive effort on that possession by Boardman forces the turnover. Great effort specifically by Hightower, getting 2 strips to knock that ball out of bounds, and the last one went off the Canfield offensive member. So Hightower gets the inbound, 4, 3, 2. He's going to have to put it up. Puts it up, and it won't fall in at the buzzer, but a great diving effort to do so. After 1 quarter of play from Boardman High School in their final home game of the regular season, they lead the Canfield Cardinals 16-8, and we'll be back for the start of the second quarter.
Hi, this is Jim Myers with Myers Family Insurance, your local Medicare and retirement resource. We're excited to have sports back. Whether you're on the field or cheering from the stands, sports unifies communities and brings hope for the future. We're all one team working together. At Myers Family Insurance, we know the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
I went to Greenwood Chevrolet because I was really interested in looking at the tracks.
Because I wanted my dream truck.
Because I've been going there for 20 years.
I'm really happy that I went
To Greenwood Chevrolet.
Because they really went
the extra mile for me.
Now we're going the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Well, there at the break, they actually issued a flagrant foul on that last shot attempt, and it sent Anthony Hightower to the line. He sunk 1 of their 2. So 17-8 is actually going to be the final score from that first quarter of play. Boardman right now rolling offensively, getting everything they want in these last few minutes. Not the story to start the game, though. They were struggling offensively. Their first 2 shots getting blocked, and then they had a flurry of fouls, and they kept turning the ball over, tightened things up to end that first quarter, and ended up going on quite a large run there, considering they trailed to start this ball game. Canfield, on the other hand, their offense started slipping up late there. Hightower able to force a lot of turnovers, really bring some pressure defensively too. And Canfield's offense has been slow out of the gates here in this first quarter of play. Now on to the second. Canfield gets the ball to start and looking for some more offense. The crowd very vocal here tonight. First time the students have been allowed for boys games. Girls' last home game, they allowed seniors as well that night. Now a 3-pointer pulled up, nearly falls in, but it won't for Dye. And now bringing it back down to the other end. Hightower now gets it inside to Anderson. Anderson hook shots it, it won't fall off the backboard. And now Canfield launching it down to the other end, but too strong on it. And down to the hallway and outside the building goes that Canfield player. And here he comes back on, 42nd in. Another turnover adding up for Canfield. And Boardman gets another shot at offense. Cervello gets it to Smith. Smith pulls it up from 3. That one's too strong on it. Hits the back iron and rims out. So that shot no good. Had the open look that he wanted, but unable to get it to fall that time. A lot of movement here. Now trying to drive it in. Stripped out by Hightower. And a foul being called. They're going to say on Boardman. Believe they're going to say maybe a reach-in foul on Hightower. So the aggressive defense sends Canfield to the line, making that the 7th foul now in the first half for Boardman. This one's going to be Trey Dye at the line, and that one will fall in. So in the bonus, 1-1. Hit the first, now at the line for his second attempt to make this a 17-10 ball game if it falls. It rattles around and sinks in. So now trailing by just 7 to the Boardman Spartans. Cervello with it, gets it to Smith. Smith not gotten going so far here tonight. Hightower now inside to Anderson. Anderson trying to get some post moves. Now to Petro. Drives it down the lane, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by DePietro. Although some argument there. And correction is going to stick with Boardman on that play. Saying last touch by Canfield. So Boardman to inbound it here. Up by 7. Gets it to Cervelo on the left side corner. And now Anderson puts it up against heavy contact and puts it in, and they lead by 9 at 6.5 minutes in the second quarter. Now driving it up with some tempo, kicks it out, looks at it from 3, hits it this time from 3. That one's up, it won't fall for Canfield. They look at it again, pump fakes it, drives it in on Cervelo, loses the handle as he goes up, and they're gonna say last touched by Boardman? That's a question mark there. It didn't look like Boardman actually got a hand on that one, but the referee down there said he did, so it's going to remain Canfield's ball. Although a heavy argument coming from Boardman once more here tonight. Have not felt calls going their way. Dye puts up the corner 3, it won't fall. They grab another offensive rebound though. Hightower looked in for the strip, kicks it out. Hightower in the air off the pump fake. Now driving along the baseline, kicks it into the paint. Trying to drive it in over, and they get that one to fall over top of Spencer Smith. So Canfield getting 2 more points here tonight. Hightower over to Cervelo, inside to Anderson. Anderson trying to put the moves on, spins it, catches a man in the air, now puts it up and gets fouled on the shot attempt. So Anderson catches the body in the air and draws the foul to go to the line with 5:31 remaining in the second quarter of play. Anderson already 0 of 1 here tonight from the free throw line, trying to improve on that mark. 68% free throw shooter this season and the leading scorer for these Boardman Spartans. And he will sink his second free throw attempt of the evening. And now Boardman up to 20 points in this ball game. One more time for Ethan Anderson from the line. That one sinks in as well, and 4 fouls now on the visiting Canfield Cardinals. Hightower sinks out of the game for DJ Evans. Canfield able to get it across half court. Looking for that three-pointer again. They're liking to go to that three-point shot early on here today. Now down inside, nearly stripped away by Spencer Smith, but they're going to say he just touched that one out of bounds. So it's going to remain Canfield's ball down at this end. Dye gets the inbound. Dye pulls it from 3. It won't fall for Canfield. Another three-point attempt missed here early on. Cervelo bringing it down. Got it to Alvarico, kicked it back to Cervelo. Now Evans on the right side wing. Back to Cervelo on the left side. Now Anderson trying to drive it baseline. Has to kick it back out. Spencer Smith gets it one more time. Alvarico on the drive. Alvarico's shot too strong, and that one won't go down either. And now coming back down to the other end. Has to stop, but he gets called on a travel. McElroy trying to get it in transition. Unable to put on the brakes and just slid like a car on ice. 4:32 now remaining. Boardman with it once more here tonight. They lead Canfield by 9. Cervelo gonna slow it down. Now Smith on the drive, gets it up through contact, no foul, but the shot will fall. Now Cervelo nearly strips it from behind, but they're gonna call him on a foul and make it 8 now on Boardman, so that's gonna be free throws for Canfield at 4:10 remaining. Spencer Smith's shot makes that 23-12 with 4:10 on the clock. Still 5 timeouts available for either side. Now their squad using it. Not a surprise for Boardman. Past few games haven't used the timeout until that 4th quarter. Besides that Glen Oak game, which did not go their way. And Boardman grabbing that rebound. Neither one of the free throws sinking in there. Now DePietro bringing it down. Luke Ryan looked at it from 3. Gets it inside to Anderson. Anderson spins around, catches a man in the air. They don't call the foul, but Anderson didn't care and put the shot in anyway. Boardman leading by 13. Canfield trying to bring it back down to the other one, and that one's tipped away by DePietro. DePietro down on the ground, stripping for it. That one knocked out of bounds. Evans on the recovery. Boardman trying to move it up the floor now. They want to slow it down. 3:31. Anderson gets it on the right side wing. He has to pick it up. Hightower now rolls it around. Kicks it back out one more time to that right side wing. Ryan on the drive. Now he kicks it out. Now Anderson at the top of the key. Back to Hightower to set up this offense once more. Unable to create a shot that time round. Evans the man in motion. Now over to Luke Ryan. Luke Ryan on the right side. Gets it down inside to Anderson. Anderson gets doubled. Anderson goes on the fadeaway hook shot. That one won't fall. And a foul called on DePietro as he tried to go in for that rebound. So now 9 fouls on the Spartans. And Canfield gets to send it back down to the other end for free throws. Physical ball game here so far. Ventresco subbing in now for DePietro. It's going to be Chase Lowry at the line. First shot won't fall. Free throw line hasn't been nice to Canfield so far here tonight. Now inside, Luke Ryan's pass gets taken away. Back down at the other end. Dye's shot is good, and Canfield puts up 14. Hightower bringing it up the floor now for Boardman. After that quick transition shot, 2:37 remain here until halftime. Hightower over to Ryan. Back to Ventresco now. Anderson inside, trying to get some work in there. He gets stripped as he goes up. Knocked out of bounds, but they're saying last touch by Canfield. So it's going to remain Boardman's ball. Ryan, the one to inbound. They get this one to Anderson. Hightower to set it up on the right side. He gives it to Evans on the left side. Back to Hightower on the right. He's trying to get it down to Anderson. He can't get it down there. Anderson's going to rotate out. Now Hightower comes in. Ventresco back out to Evans. Evans on the drive. Puts up 2 steps. Gives through contact. Won't get a foul. The shot won't fall, and Canfield grabs the rebound. Hightower nearly stripping it from behind, and fouled one more time was Canfield as they went up for that shot. Jake Schneider, the one getting hit that time on his way up. 10 fouls now on Boardman, just 4 for the visiting Canfield Cardinals. And free throws coming once more with 1:56 remaining. 25-14 is our score at the moment. So that first free throw not going to fall either, and Canfield's shooting from the free throw tonight has been abysmal. Second time at the line for Schneider. Can he get this one to fall? And he will. So maybe that ends their free throw blues for the night. And Boardman bringing it up once more here this afternoon. Hightower gets it to Evans. Evans looking down to Anderson. They get it down there once more. The pass is tipped away, but Anderson grabs it. Gives him the stutter and pulls it up. That one's going to be much too short. Anderson goes diving down to the ground, saves it, and Hightower grabs the ball off of that one. Great diving effort as Hightower kicks it into Ventresco, but too strong on the pass. Ventresco loses it through his fingers, and Canfield gets the ball right on back, trailing by 10 points with 1:26 on the clock. Canfield gets it in. The double team leaves a man open. Moving it down quickly now. Canfield trying to drive it in, kicks it back out. Once more, Dye looks at it from 3, gets it back over to Petro. Petro setting up at the top of the key, 1:13 on the clock. Dye looks at it, he's gonna pull it from 3. That one's too short, rebounded by Styliana. Styliana up to Hightower. Now 1 minute left in this ball game, or in this half. Hightower trying to make some moves in there, lays it up, gets it to roll around the rim and falls it in. 27-15, Boardman leads this one now by 12. 50 seconds on the clock. Canfield driving it down once more. Petro slowing it down as he crosses half court. He gets double teamed. Now trying to drive it on Stiljana. Stiljana gives him the elbow and a little bit of a acting job from Canfield's going to draw another foul here tonight, make it 11. And Petro heading to the free throw line. Team not doing so hot here tonight from that charity stripe. And that one, same result as most of the others here tonight. Not going to fall as Alvarico subs in for Ventresco. Now one more time from Petro at the line. 41 seconds left. This one won't fall either for Canfield. Anderson up to Stiljana, but he loses it. Miscommunication by Boardman, and they get another turnover here early on. 37 now on the clock. Canfield gets another chance at offense here in this half of play. Getting this one in to Lowry. Canfield probably looking for a three. It's been their favorite shot here tonight. Dye looks at it. Dye's going to drive. Dye puts it up on the circus finish. It won't fall in. Hightower on the rebound. 20 seconds left now. Hightower brings it across half court, and he's going to slow it down. Spartans probably looking for the last shot here as Smith gets it over to Alvarico. Left side, gets the pick. Driving it in, pulls it up from just beyond the charity stripe. Rebounded by Anderson, and he gets that one to fall. And an over the back call on Alvarico after the shot. 2.4 remain. Now 11 fouls on Boardman. But that's going to mean free throws for Canfield. So in a situation where they shouldn't have even had a shot to end this half, a bad foul there by Alvarico sends them to the line at the other end. It's going to be Trey Dye shooting two. Now you just hope Canfield's free throw blues remain where they are for this afternoon. As that first one sinks in for Canfield, they now trail by 13 points. One more time from Dye at the line. And that one won't fall. And that's going to do it. Well, hold on. Going to say he stepped out of bounds. But that's going to be the end of this first half of play. At the end of one, our final here is 29-16. The Spartans lead Canfield heavily here. Canfield, though, could make a run here in the second half, so stay tuned. We'll be back here shortly.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends: shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in the Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
I went to Greenwood Chevrolet because I was really interested in looking at the tracks.
Because I wanted my dream truck.
Because I've been going there for 20 years. I think whenever we go there, whatever car we're looking for, they have tremendous inventory.
If you're looking for people who care about you, Greenwood is a place to go.
You know, it's like family there. The girls know me in service. It's Miss Kim in the Tahoe.
I'm really happy that I went
to Greenwood Chevrolet.
Because they really went
the extra mile for me.
Now we're going the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Myers Family Insurance knows the importance of a great team.
Our team continues to grow to help you with your Medicare and retirement needs.
The annual election period is October 15th through December 7th. Now's the time to make sure your plan continues to meet your needs for the upcoming year.
Call today.
Local teams are heating up the hardwoods, and you can keep up with all the action on and off the court with Five Guys Hoop News all season long on 21 Sports.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
Ah, the details. Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods is one fine ride. Perfect cornering, superb handling, sporty and stylish, power to spare, plus awesome mileage. Yeah, jaw-droppingly beautiful lines and well appointed with luxurious trim. Put more oomph in your life and start beholding the molding. Find your home's fine hardwood at BairdBrothers.com.
High-res Futurecast shows steady snow for the next few hours.
Still just downright cold.
It is bitter out there.
Several strong bands of lake-effect snow. Winds is kind of the big story today as well.
If you need a more detailed winter forecast on WFMJ.com and the Storm Tracker 21 app.
Right now is a great time to get more for your trade-in at Tri-State Ford and drive home in a new or pre-owned vehicle. Choose from our great selection of new Ford models or pre-owned vehicles. Plus, get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. At Tri-State Ford, we'll pay you top dollar for your trade, but you don't have to purchase one of ours to sell us yours.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Baird Brothers remains your source for fine hardwood products. For the time being, we're open for customer pickup only on weekdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m.
Automotive and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
The 4M Company, being an architect and construction manager for over 40 years, has had the opportunity to use many different electrical businesses for our projects. The depth, quality, and knowledge and attention to detail displayed by Dickey Electric makes them stand out above all the rest.
For state-of-the-art expertise and a timeless commitment to our customers, contact Joe Dickey Electric. We are everything electrical.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Aaron Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
Hello, I'm Greg Burbick with G. Burbick Farms. For the last 100 years, my family has farmed in Columbiana and Mahoning counties. I began raising cattle in 1996 with the goal of providing a better product for you and your family on the dinner table. Our grass-fed and grain-supplemented Black Angus beef are raised with no hormones, steroids, or antibiotics. We're known for our hometown-friendly service and incredible tasting products. We're locally owned and have customers across the tri-state area. Our products go from our farm to your family. Stop by our farm on New Buffalo Road or visit us on the web at gburbickfarms.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. G. Burbick Farms, it just tastes better.
Well, welcome back. Third quarter of action set to get underway here in just a few moments. Boardman really taking control so far. They lead this one by 13 through the first two quarters, but turnovers and fouls, a big story in that first half for Boardman. Had quite a few of both. Finished that with 10 fouls. In a performance they're definitely going to want to clean up here in the second. Boardman starting with the ball. And this second half is officially underway from Boardman in their final home game of the regular season. They do get to defend home turf coming up here on the 27th as Evans loses the ball. Now back down at the other end. Canfield with it. Turnover still coming up here for Boardman. Driving it in on Cervelo was Dye, and Cervelo gets called on an early foul. So those storylines from the first half continuing here as a turnover and then a foul on the defense. So 31 seconds in, and a turnover and a foul for Boardman to get this one in quickly. Trying to work on Anderson, and it will fall in for Canfield. That one took a nice bounce and rolled on in. Canfield needs to stop shooting themselves in the foot from the free throw line. Missed out on quite a few opportunities that would have put them a lot closer in this one. Now Anderson out to Cervelo. Cervelo driving it across the floor. Over to Smith. Evans back in the opposite side corner. Evans gives it to DePietro. And that one's intercepted. Coming back down to the other end. Canfield just charges straight in, and they call a blocking foul on DePietro. That's got to be one of the most blatant charge fouls I've ever seen. He lowers the shoulder, and McElroy gets sent to the free throw line. A rough shot taken by DePietro, and a ridiculous call, frankly. McElroy lowers the shoulder into the chest of DePietro. We're in the NBA, and we got that instant replay. That's getting switched around, and I don't care what you think. So now 2 fouls in the first minute of play for Boardman. Although that last one questionable, but it doesn't really matter. And the second free throw won't fall in. Now driving it in. They lose the ball, stripped by Hightower. Hightower bringing it back up the floor for Boardman. He's going to slow it down. Now driving it in, brings it up to the free throw line, pulls it back out. Now inside to Anderson. Anderson trying to get some work in. He hasn't been able to get much going down in that paint tonight, been met by some fierce defensive play as Hightower drives. Hits the step back. It's not going to fall. Evans on the rebound. Evans' shot is good. And Boardman gets 2 more points. They lead 31-19. And we've got our first time out of the ball game as we'll be right back. Back here in the third quarter, Canfield's ball, but Boardman leads by 12. Canfield trying to come out of that Boardman timeout with some energy, bring it across half court, met with the double team. Dye trying to drive it in on Evans. Dye puts it up and gets swatted from behind by Anderson. Anderson's defensive presence hasn't been there much tonight, but that time getting the swat from behind. 6:11 now on the clock. One more time down in the paint, stripped out by the hands of Anderson. But a foul called down in the paint on Anderson, apparently. So Canfield gets to inbound it once more. I believe they're going to say it was a reach-in foul on Anderson. Looked at the three, canceled it, shot it back out. Canfield really hunting for those three-pointers here tonight. Haven't gotten too many to fall. Dye trying to work on Alvarico. Drives it in, loses the handle, out of bounds. And staying down at this end once more, Canfield's ball. No argument, though, from Boardman, besides the fans. But don't they always argue the call? Inside quickly, the open lane for Canfield, and now bringing it back within 10 points here tonight. And Boardman trying to heat up here on offense in the second quarter. In the second half, not much going well for them so far. Alvarico has it left side wing, tries to drive, but he gets stripped out. Coming back down the other end, one-on-one, puts it up and gets it to fall in. And Canfield back within single digits here tonight. Evans now inside to Anderson. Anderson trying to get some work in. Drives it baseline, puts it up, and gets those 2 points right on back for the Spartans. 3 minutes past here for this third quarter. 3 fouls already as McElroy puts up the three, rebounded by Anderson. And now Boardman bringing it back down to the other end. It's Hightower bringing it across half court, launches it to the invisible man over there in the corner. Nowhere for that one to go. That's going to be another turnover for Boardman. Luke Ryan coming into the ball game now for Alvarico. Stiljana coming into the game as well. This one for Hightower. Canfield getting it back with 4:51 on the clock, trailing by 10. Dye bringing it up quickly, trying to go through Ryan. And swatted from behind once more by Anderson. Get out of his paint tonight. This second half, he's controlled that paint defensively for this squad. Canfield gets it once more, though. McElroy gets the inbound. McElroy driving on Stiljana. Pulls it from just beyond the charity stripe. Rebounded by Smith, but a jump ball being called. And it's going to stick down at this end. Canfield remains in possession as they trail by 10 with 4:35 on the clock. Only one timeout used so far in the ball game, taken a few minutes ago by Boardman. And that one tipped on the inbound by Ryan. Now Stiljana bringing it up. Stiljana looking for help. Gets it over to Ryan. Ryan back to Evans at the top of the key. Inside to Anderson. Anderson one hand grabs it. Spins around, puts up the shot. It won't fall in, but he does draw the foul, and he's headed to the line once more here tonight. Anderson putting the work in inside this evening, especially this second half. It's been all him on the inside, and it pays off there for him. Anderson's first shot comes up just short, hits the rim, not going to go in. Now one more time. And that one will fall in for Boardman. And that Anderson shot puts them up now by 11. Trying to bring it across half court. They do. Dye driving it. Dye gets the assist. And that one falls in for Schneider. Took the roll around and sunk on in. Stiljana down at the other end. Stiljana gets it over to Ryan. Ryan nearly loses the handle. He gets it to Evans at the top of the key. Stiljana left side, corner three. That one rolls around, won't fall in. Evans on the rebound. Evans shot for the putback, won't fall in, but he does draw the foul. So Canfield trails by 9 now, but DJ Evans heading to the free throw line. Evans, a 76% free throw shooter, one of the best on the team. Only second to Luke Ryan, but nearly has twice as many attempts. And his first one sinks on in, and Boardman regains that double-digit lead that they had just a few minutes ago. Cervelo subs on in for Stiljana with 3:54 remaining. 3 fouls on Boardman, 2 on the visiting Cardinals. And Evans, second shot from the line. And that one sinks in as well, and they lead by 11. DePietro subbing in for Evans now. Evans doing well on the offensive board here in the second half. Already 2 rebounds and 2 pivotal moments. Canfield down at the other end. Dye with it. Gets it over to Petro. And now a 3-point attempt for Canfield, and that one sinks in. And a quick timeout called there by Canfield off their shot. So 3:39 remaining, 4 timeouts left for either squad. We'll be right back.
High-res Futurecast shows steady snow for the next few hours.
Still just downright cold.
It is bitter out there.
Several strong bands of lake effect snow.
Wind is kind of the big story today as well.
So if you need a more detailed winter forecast on WFMJ.com and the Storm Tracker 21 app.
Boardman leading by 8 here in the third quarter with 3:39 remaining. 3 fouls on Boardman, 2 on Canfield. 4 timeouts left for either side. It's going to be Boardman's ball here as they try and answer that 3-pointer by Canfield that last time down. Cervelo trying to work on Petro. Cervelo gets it to DePietro. They're trying to work it down to Anderson. They get the bounce pass in from Ryan. Anderson has to kick it back out. Didn't like the look. Cervelo brings it around. Spencer Smith on the left side wing. Back to DePietro at the top of the key. Now bound to Ryan. Ryan gets another bounce pass in there to Anderson. Anderson drives it baseline, goes under the hoop, and puts it up for 2. And Boardman leads once more by 10 points here with 3 minutes remaining. And a reach-in foul on Ryan down there in the paint. 4 fouls now on Boardman. Petro to inbound it now for the Cardinals. Good motion, creating another 3. And that one's going to come up just too short. Barely scraping the bottom of the rim that time. Rebounded Boardman. Cervelo down at the other end. Ryan gets it inside to Anderson once more. Anderson pivoting, spins, puts it up for 2. It won't fall in. He is able to grab his own rebound, and he goes up once more. That one won't fall in, but off the hands of Canfield, the miscommunication. His teammates fought for it and threw it out of bounds, so it's going to remain Boardman's ball. And we got an injury timeout here as Jake Schneider appeared to got hit in the nose there, bleeding just a bit. So he's going to have to sub out of the ball game and get looked at by the medical staff to get cleaned up. Alvarico to throw it in here. And we resume play here. Hightower gets the inbound. Gets it over to Spencer Smith. Now Alvarico on the right side. Hightower gets it. He brings it back out to the corner. Looking down to Anderson. He gets it over the defender. Anderson drives baseline, goes up and under one more time and gives it the fall. The big man can't be stopped. Let him eat, baby, and he goes to the free throw line, drawing another foul on that one. So one time at the line, 3 fouls now on the visiting Cardinals. Boardman with a chance to go up 13. Anderson's shot not going to fall, rebounded by Dye, so Canfield gets the chance to move it on offense now. Dye driving on Cervello. And that one falls in miraculously. And Canfield still within 10 points. They've been trying to fight this 10-point margin for quite a while, unable to close the gap. Anderson gets it out by the three-point line, runs it around on the left side, gets it one more time in the paint. Can he do it again? Jumps around and puts it up. Let the big man eat. 1:42 remaining. Boardman leads by a dozen. Canfield bringing it up once more. Trying to look for a three. Petro has it, working on Hightower. Has to kick it back out. Dye has it, top of the key. Trying to drive on Cervello. He loses it, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Canfield. So miscommunication on the pass met by some physical defense, and Boardman gets the ball instead. Alvarico to inbound at 1:19 left in the third quarter. We have a 12-point ball game. Anderson's been eaten down in the paint. Hightower the one to bring it up. Most likely looking to get it to Anderson here. Although Hightower gets the move. Hightower kicks it all the way across to Evans. Evans pulls up the three. That one hits off the side of the backboard. Not going to fall. Alvarico gets the open lane. He gets fouled, though, on the way up. The shot won't fall, but he will be shooting two. 4 fouls now on Canfield. As Alvarico goes to the line, 4-2. With 58.9 seconds remaining in the third. That first one sinks in for Boardman, and they lead by 13. Now with a chance to make it 14 if Alvarico can sink this second one. And that one sinks in as well. And nearly stripped off the inbound by Alvarico, but a foul called instead, so we get 5 on Boardman. And Canfield gets another chance to inbound. McElroy coming back into the ball game now for Canfield. McElroy trying to bring it up. Gets it down the floor. Double teams met at the half court. Throwing it wildly around, but it creates an open three, and that one sinks on in for Pentelikis, and now within 11. Hightower bringing it up. Under 40 to go now. Hightower working it in, driving along, gets fouled and puts it in anyway. He got hacked from behind, but puts the two-pointer in. The physicality. A great performance here from Boardman in the third quarter. Now with a chance to take the 14-point lead with 30 seconds to go. Hightower shot at the line, won't fall. Canfield on the rebound. Dye trying to work on Hightower in the backcourt. That one nearly lost. Hightower bringing the physical play. The ball's on the ground. Evans goes down for it. The ball's still on the ground. Hightower on the steal, but hold on. They're calling a foul. And they're going to call that one on Canfield. So Boardman's aggressive defense gets the ball right on back, and a fifth foul called on Canfield as well. Credit the defensive effort of both Hightower and Evans going all out to try and get that turnover. They force it, and that's actually going to be a technical foul. So Evans going to the free throw line with 18.6 on the clock. And he sinks that one in, not a problem. 47 points now for the Boardman Spartans here tonight. One more time for Evans. And he sinks that one as well. Boardman now up by 15 points. And they get the ball right on back. Give this one to Hightower or Anderson. They've been feasting here in the third. Somebody forgot to tell them the holiday season was over because they're eating full course meals tonight. Now 10 seconds to go. Evans has it. Evans trying to drive it in. Evans puts up the shot. It won't fall. Canfield on the rebound. Dye has it. 3, 2, 1. The shot is up, and that's going to be a buzzer beater for Canfield. They score late, but they still trail by 13 at the end of 3. Stay tuned, folks. We should have an exciting fourth quarter just coming up here in a minute.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Erin Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
I went to Greenwood Chevrolet because I was really interested in looking at the tracks.
Because I wanted my dream truck.
Because I've been going there for 20 years. I think whenever we go there, whatever car we're looking for, they have tremendous inventory.
If you're looking for people who care about you, Greenwood is the place to go.
You know, it's like family there. The girls know me in service. It's Miss Kim in the Tahoe.
I'm really happy that I went
to Greenwood Chevrolet.
Because they really went
the extra mile for me.
Now we're going the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
8 more minutes in the home stretch of their regular season. Boardman with 8 minutes to defend this lead. It's up 13 right now. Anderson, though, subbing out of the ball game. Great defensive effort there by Boardman to end that third quarter, but Canfield actually forcing a turnover and hitting the buzzer beater down at the other end. Hightower trying to work it on Petra. Now Ventresco over to Evans. Evans driving it in. Evans steps it back. It won't fall in. Ventresco gets called on an over the back. He went up for the rebound. Both guys came down with it, but they want to call him on the foul. So now 6 fouls on either side. And the crowd here not pleased with the Zebras. So Canfield getting it once more, 19 seconds in. And it's appeared that every single possession here for Boardman to start a quarter has ended in a turnover. Now Cervello returns the favor. Evans gets it to Hightower on the right side wing. Hightower trying to get the work on Pantelikis. Over to Evans, left side. Now Ventresco on the inside. He kicks it out. Hightower over to Cervello. Now right side, baseline to Petro. Throws it up. Wasn't fouled apparently. And now Canfield. Cervello nearly gets another steal. The ref got in the way though. Cervello now bringing the defensive effort for Boardman. One thing you can count on this team to do night in, night out, doesn't matter how well they're shooting, is they're going to play some spectacular defense, and that's been no shortness here today. As Dye drives it in and swatted from behind by DePietro. Get that weak stuff out of here, fella. Not in my house, says DePietro. DePietro and Anderson now combining for 3 blocks already here tonight. 1 minute off the clock here in the fourth quarter. Canfield's got to start their run if they want to come back into this game shortly. And a three-pointer from Dye off the inbound pass, and he sinks it. A 10-point ball game now here. Hightower, the inbound, working on Petro. Hightower gets it across half court. Hightower driving it down, gets hit from behind. Last touched by Canfield. So it will remain Boardman's ball. 6 fouls on either side. They both sit just outside of the bonus. Anderson is now back into the game for Boardman. Hightower driving. Kicks it out to Anderson. Evans now over to Cervello. Hightower has it. Looked at it from 3. Decided against it. They're probably going for an interior shot. It's been their bread and butter here in the second. And Anderson got hacked on the way up, so he doesn't get the shot, but he gets the foul. And he goes to the free throw line as they lead by 10 with 6:27 now on the clock. Boardman trying to move to 14-5 on the season if they could win here tonight, as that first one falls in for Boardman. Although Canfield trying to stick above 500 as they currently sit at 9-8, want to avoid picking up that 9th loss, but right now they're trailing by 11 to the Spartans, who haven't given up too many leads here this season, as both of those free throws fall in for Anderson, and he's having a spectacular game here so far in the second half. Petro's trying to get it across half court, but they can't get it past the three-point arc as that one goes out of bounds. A miscommunication as Dye couldn't get to the ball. And Boardman with it once more with 6:22 on the clock. DePietro to inbound it. Ryan Schneider coming into the ball game for Lowry. DePietro gets it to Hightower. Hightower collecting assists and a couple bodies here tonight. He gets it to Cervello, left side wing. DePietro at the top of the key. Now Evans. Cervello back to Hightower. Anderson in the post, spinning around, gets triple teamed, gets it back out. Hightower pumps it from three. He loses the dribble on the entry. Now coming back down, nearly stripped from behind. Dye has it. Dye looking to get some work in. Dye has to go one-on-one with DePietro. I don't expect this to go well. And a foul on the floor on DePietro. They're going to call in a reach-in foul. So that makes it 7, and that's going to put them into the bonus now. 7 fouls on either squad. It is a 1-and-1, so you got to hit the first to get your second. And it won't fall in, so their struggles from the line here today will continue. Hightower has it. Hightower bringing it back down the other end. Euro steps it in and gets the shot to fall. What a spectacular move there at the basket. Now up by 14 of the Spartans with 5 on the clock. Tried to go over to DePietro, got swatted away. They grab their own rebound. It's Schneider. Back to the other Schneider. Now right side. Looks at the three. Gets called on an up and down. So they turn it back over to the Boardman Spartans with 5:26 on the clock. DePietro's going to head to the bench for a quick breather. Spencer Smith comes into the game. Hightower bringing it down now. The pick gets set by Smith. Hightower moving it back to the right side. Cervello left side wing. Evans at the top of the key, working at the free throw line. Kicks it out. Spencer Smith nearly loses it there. Spins around. Loses it again. And now Canfield gets the strip. 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Petro has an open lane. It was filled by Smith, and now a three-pointer. It's up, and it sinks in for Canfield. And they're back within 11 points with 4:54 left on the clock. And a timeout called now. We'll be right back.
Baird Brothers remains your source for fine hardwood products. For the time being, we're open for customer pickup only on weekdays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon. Place your order online at bairdbrothers.com. Baird Brothers, for the place you love.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
The 4M Company, being an architect and construction manager for over 40 years, has had the opportunity to use many different electrical businesses for our projects. The depth.
Welcome back here to the fourth quarter. Under 5 minutes remaining in this ball game. Boardman leads by 11. The All-American Conference champions finished 7-0 in conference play, taking home that All-American Conference title. 5 of the 7 winter sports for Boardman this season also bring home that title. It's a good year to be a Spartan. But right now, Boardman more focused on getting hot as they enter playoff season. This one inside of Cervelo, back out to Evans. Anderson looked at it from 3, got it to Smith. Evans, one of the drive, they don't get it to him. Hightower moving it around, bringing it down the lane. Put it down by his ankles and still got it to fall. What a shot. Hightower putting on a spectacular third and fourth quarter performance. Him and Anderson have been the offense here in the second half. And now another turnover by Canfield. That one going out of bounds, and Boardman gets it once more here this evening. Hightower on the inbound, no surprise there. He's been running this offense to a point. They've been spectacular under his reign here in the second half. Smith, left side corner. Back to Cervelo, baseline, puts it up, gets it to spin around, doesn't get it to fall, and a jump ball. Oh, Cervelo thought he got the strip, and so did the crowd, but a jump ball, and it's going back to Canfield with 4:03 on the clock. .403 on the clock, trailing by 13. Canfield's got to start running this quickly. Petro getting met by some heavy defense from Evans. He is able to get it out. Now Dye gets double teamed. Back to Petro. And a foul called. 10-second violation. They couldn't get it across half court. So Boardman forces the late game turnover and gets it back. Up 13, now under 4 minutes to go. They need to slow down the tempo here and start conserving that clock. Just start eating away. Never mind. Hightower drives it into Cervelo. Now Evans has it. Back corner to Hightower. Hightower's going to drive it. He loses the handle. Diving down to the floor. He gets it out and Cervelo grabs it now. And a timeout by Boardman.
Right now is a great time to get more for your trade-in at Tri-State Ford and drive home in a new or pre-owned vehicle. Choose from our great selection of new Ford models or pre-owned vehicles. Plus, get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. At Tri-State Ford, we'll pay you top dollar for your trade, but you don't have to purchase one of ours to sell us yours.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Today's matchup featuring the Boardman Spartans, I said it before, they won the conference championship. Second place, though, was this Canfield Cardinals unit. They finished 4-2 in conference, so both of these teams faring pretty well. Although Boardman would love to get this victory here today and wrap out the perfect conference play this season. Boardman on the inbound. Hightower is out of the game. Cervelo's going to be running the point. 3:30 on the clock. 3 timeouts left for either side. Both teams sit in the bonus. Anderson gets it down in the paint. Anderson puts it up and somehow gets it to fall once more. The big man won't stop eating. He's hungry tonight. But now all the way back down at the other end. Canfield moved that one quickly to get that shot in. Anderson hit the deck hard, got up a little limberly. He appears to be limping and wincing in pain as he brings it back down to the other end. Something to look out for. Definitely don't want an injury at this point in the season, but he's already calling for it back in the paint, so I don't expect much to be wrong. As Spencer Smith loses the handle, has to go down to the ground. He's got it, and jump ball called. But it will stick down at this end for Boardman. Under 3 minutes to go. If Boardman can hold off this Canfield attack for another minute, they might be able to completely seal the deal up on this Cardinals unit. Although Canfield has been heating up from 3 in this second half, especially this fourth quarter. If Canfield can get some of those shots working for him and then limit the opportunities in the paint for Anderson, that's how they're going to be able to pull off a comeback, but that's a strong if. Not many have been able to stop the big man down there this season. Evans pulls it. 3. It won't fall. Canfield on the rebound. 2.5 to go now in the ball game. Moving it down quickly. Working on DePietro. He's going to have to kick it out. Selects the bounce pass. Now top of the key. Pulls it up. And that one won't fall. Anderson on the rebound. 2:10 now on the clock. Up by 13 are the Spartans. Cervello, if he can slow it down, gives Boardman the best chance to win it, but they get it in quickly to Anderson, who goes up for the shot, got hit hard, and will be going to the free throw line once more. Anderson playing a very physical game down there tonight and has been rewarded for it time and time again at the free throw line. Anderson's first shot, though, here this time round will not fall in. And the second one will sink in for Boardman. So they lead by 14, under 2 minutes to go. And this one's almost wrapped up. We're going to see a substitution here. Quite a few, actually. Evans checks out of the ball game. Stiliana comes in. Under 2 to go, up by 14. Canfield bringing it down the other end. They're going to need some quick threes to fall here. Top of the key, looked at it from 3. They've got to get that shot down. They got to move quickly. Now under 1:40 to go. They're moving the ball around a lot, haven't created that open shot they're looking for. He's just going to have to pull it here if they can't get something quickly. Right side, there it is. They pull it, it won't fall. Luke Ryan gets it, an open lane down on the other side. He gets met, goes up for the shot, gets it to fall in. No foul as he was ripped down to the ground by that defender. Now 1:15, they lead by 16. And that one's a 2. It won't fall anyway. Rebounded by Anderson. And with 1 minute to go, folks, that should all but wrap this baby up. The final home game of the season for Boardman will go down as a victory. And they're going to call their final timeout here, most likely in the ball game, Will Boardman. So we'll be right back to wrap this thing up. You've been watching YSNLive.com. I'm Alec Alberta. Thank you for tuning in today. We'll be right back with the final minute of play here this afternoon.
Right now is a great time to get more for your trade-in at Tri-State Ford and drive home in a new or pre-owned vehicle. Choose from our great selection of new Ford models or pre-owned vehicles. Plus, get the Tri-State Ford Advantage, including a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty and more. At Tri-State Ford, we'll pay you top dollar for your trade, but you don't have to purchase one of ours to sell us yours.
Customer focus, community driven. Tri-State Ford East Liverpool or visit tristateford.net.
Welcome back here, 1:01 to go in this ball game. It's been a fantastic game for Boardman here, really racking up their points, outdoing their season average of 51 by scoring 59 points here tonight, and defensively they've been spectacular. Boardman now bringing in some of their substitutions, bench riders as some might call them, and Canfield bringing it down off a steal. Stiliana lost the handle. Been a great game here. Canfield put up a great performance trying to come back, just unable to get it to fall late. And in the air, a travel actually called on Stiliana. Interesting call there. Took a knee to the head afterwards as well. 39 seconds. Don't know why Boardman felt the need to throw that down on the floor. This game's more than wrapped up. Although we know this squad just likes to put the pedal to the metal. And Anderson will actually be subbing back into this ball game. Boardman, though, will finish their home stand and finish their conference play undefeated here, 9-0. Actually, we'll take on Ursuline coming up here on Friday. That's going to be an away game, but the home stand ends perfect. And with that steal by Spencer Smith, that will all but do it from Boardman. I'm Alec Aberna. I bid you good night. Our final score, 59-43. Boardman picks up their 14th win of the season. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next time.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.